So, still in London, headed to see the changing of the guard in about an hour. Then off to France to the Eiffel Tower and trying to make this as much of a learning experience as I am. Hey, this is London behind me, by the way. This is the balcony of my room. Uh, what have I learned? Stay on point. Travel is as much a part as your methodology in history as reading artifacts, research, analysis. I had a debate with a colleague of mine about what history is. And he was just telling me that history is something interesting to note. And I was telling him that you feel, you see, you're part of, you exist in history. And that gets into that gets out of history and philosophical thinking. But with that being part of my methodology and my ideology, that if you're going to feel it, you really have to be there. If I want to discuss the United States and what it means for the United States to have derived from England, I need to see what England looks like. I mean, not just what it looked like then, but what it looks like now. And many, many thoughts build upon that analysis. But that's the academic core of movement, migration. I think it adds an understanding to your work, and you have to dedicate a significant amount of time. I won't say as much time, but a significant amount of time to travel, to being in the environment, to being in the culture, to witnessing the culture, being a part of the culture if possible, of what it is that you're studying. And you really can't study the United States without studying England. Um, and to know not just what was recorded in history of what people thought in England about the United States, but today. And I've kind of found that England has leaned into the success of the United States as opposed to taking a negative position upon it. Kind of like, we're responsible for the United States being there. So everything great is pretty much everything English. And in being here and seeing all of this beauty and history and priceless stuff, I see what slavery is paid for. I see what pillage is paid for. I see what imperialism has paid for. Um, so it adds a level of understanding as to why people do what they do. Um, Not that you necessarily agree with it, but I think so many people don't even connect the two. The Industrial Revolution was paid for by colonial slavery, um, which made England the financial superpower it was for its second time. And again and again and again. But being in these places at least makes you feel literally, if not figuratively, closer to what it is that you're studying. It's not this image or idea. It's a real place with real people. And that's what I've really enjoyed about this particular trip and how it is associated with scholarship and academia and how it is absolutely necessary and will, affect my teaching moving forward. So I will definitely keep travel as a significant part of my scholastic method.